Now, when you worked on programs for DARPA and the CIA, what sort of you worked on neurotechnology? Is that right?
Again, we're getting into a fine line about my background, what I talk about, but e.g. controlled robots, it's a project, robotic surgery and medicine, voice identification and morphing technologies, natural language processing, signal intelligence of tanks from satellites, things like that. But I can't talk directly about too much about the very details of the advanced sensors and systems involved, if you can appreciate that.
Well, some of the greatest innovation in technology obviously comes from war and the military industrial complex. Are there any positive aspects of neurotechnology and this type of technology that are being utilized or that are being developed?
Oh, absolutely. If we go throughout history, all technologies are neutral. Fire can cook food, kill bacteria, keep you warm, but it can burn down villages. So the war machine will almost always use it first for their advantage and keep it as secret as possible. It's a great interrogation tool. Imagine having bloodless wars where you just fatigue your enemy and they drop to their knees. We use the voice to skull and LDAR long range acoustic device in the Gulf War to say this is all lay down your arms, and they believed it.
So what is that? Can you explain exactly what that is? The LRAD?
LRAD is a sonic long range acoustic weapon. The V2K is a microwave weapon. You can't plug your eardrums. You can't stop the sound.
It conducts straight to your brain.
Yeah, and it makes it sound like it's coming, the sound or voice or music or whatever you want to play is coming right from the center of your head. So it works pretty well in war, and you can imagine other effects. You're getting brutalized, beaten up, all virtual. And the brain damage, unfortunately, they're going to have to work on that. But otherwise, you can literally traumatize an entire population. Okay, so are those good effects rather than guns? Perhaps, but there are other good effects. Imagine once the civilians have use of this, like Elon Musk's Neuralays, you can have more control of yourself. I feel like I want to be happy today, or I want to have a communication with you without using a phone. So synthetic telepathy is really around the corner. We have to get the messaging infrastructure working.
What are your thoughts on Elon Musk's Neuralink? What is your outlook on that?
I think he's going to be set up as a patsy for a lot of this experimentation that's going on in the public. I've already seen it happening. Targeted individuals are very angry. They want to point the finger at somebody. He's the perfect person to point the finger at. He's a rich man, so he's already suspect in some people's minds, even though this technology is very old, very old.
What the Neuralink technology?
Yeah.
Really? How old is it?
I can track back at least synthetic telepathy or piping voices into people's head right around Kennedy's assassination, but about 1958 was the earliest target I could find.